Here we go then, starting our Asia tour as we get set. Welcome to Twin Ring Motegi for round 17 of the MotoGP World Championship. It's the Japanese Grand Prix. Pole position to Pecco Bagnaia with Juan Mir and Marc Marquez on the front row. Let's head down to the grid as we get ready for the Tissot sprint and join Susie Perry and Michael Laverty. First up, Michael.
With the temperatures being a little bit higher, it's through a curveball to all the MotoGP riders. And Alex has had a crash yesterday afternoon, missed laps, struggled a little bit, had to come through Q1. It's not been an easy weekend for him, and yeah, he's got his work cut out in this race, but it's been one of those for Alex. Hard to put his finger on what exactly he's missing from the 24 Ducati, whilst Pecco's making it work this weekend. Alex struggling to match Mark. He needs to.
And that's the other big story. I'll tell you what, let's do something unusual. Gang, I'm sorry, let's just try and wander over to the pole position then. It's only the second time this year that we've seen Pecco Bagnaia in pole position. He's had such a difficult season, not been able to figure that bike out at all, but here he is. And actually all weekend from Friday's session, he's looked really strong, hasn't he? If we just go beep, 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 reverse, there we go. Now we're in pole position. This is where he starts from. This is so tremendous to see. Obviously he's gone for a comfort break, gone to get out of the heat in the garage at the moment, but we'll be back and he's raring to go.
It's so good to see. He mentioned the pole he had in Brno, but he felt that was only courtesy of Mark's crash. He earned it today. He's looked good all weekend. You can see he looks calm, cool. Definitely the Pecco that we've seen in the past when he was battling for victories. We know the sprint hasn't been his forte this season, but this weekend it's like he's just ripped up the form book from 2025. He's ready to start again, blank sheet of paper. Worked hard last week in Misano at the test. Casey Stoner in his corner, the engineers bringing back some old parts that give him back his feeling that he remembers from the old GP24 Ducati. So he's got the best of both worlds, the 25 engine, the 24 parts on the bike to make it work, and yeah, he looks so good this weekend.
And with that feel back, he's got his confidence back, and here he is in pole position. So Davide Tardozzi, the team boss, he's got his boy back in pole position. He's got his other boy about to win the World Championship. He must be cock-a-hoop, and that's with him.
Davide, you said to me earlier you thought you'd found something for Pecco to get him back where he should be. How much of a relief, or do you feel like it's a breakthrough that he's been able to deliver a pole position for this weekend?
Yeah, it was very important what we did in Misano. We had an overview about everything on the technical side, and finally Gigi and the engineers found the right way, and yeah, the results is Pecco on pole. But you know, the most important thing, it will be the race today and tomorrow, and it seems that our opponents are very tough. Honda and KTM, Aprilia are very fast here in Motegi, so we'll see.
Important, obviously, for tomorrow. What about the sprint race for Pecco, which he's always found a little bit more difficult than that feature race?
Yeah. If he will have a good race, it means really that we found the way. But anyway, it will be a tough race because, as you see on the sighting lap, everybody was going slow because the fuel consumption here in Motegi is very huge, and we'll see, because it depends how many horsepower everybody have cut, you know.
And for Mark, there's more at stake than just going out to win the races this weekend, isn't there?
I think we spoke several times about that, but the most important, you know, target by target, the most important thing is to gain the championship. Then we'll see.
Thanks, Davide.
Thank you.
Well, winning the championship this weekend, and this man getting his confidence back, it does feel like some gift there for Ducati. And what a weekend it's actually been so far for Honda as well, Michael, with Juan Mir putting his bike on the front row for the first time in 3 years since he was on a Suzuki back in Portugal 2022. Yeah. It's a fantastic story in front of the home crowd.
It so is. It's a really good feel-good story for Juan Mir. He's been through the ringer. He's had so many crashes, a crisis of confidence. At one point, even questioned if he wanted to continue, but turned things around for Honda. It looked so good to get the front row today, almost pole position, and he's on form. He's playing down his chances in the race. Feels like the Honda needs to find a little bit more in race rhythm, but speed's there, the engine's working, the front end feel is back. He, Marini and Zarco all looking good, and even Chandra stepped up this weekend, so Honda at home at their circuit are back in the fight, which is so good to see.
Yeah, it really is. We're on the front row, of course, in pole position. Behind us on the second row, you might just be able to see some orange KTM. That's Pedro Acosta. We can find out how his team is feeling. His crew chief, Paul Trevathan, is speaking to Nat.
Paul, we fully expected Pedro to be on the front row, but clearly an issue with the start of qualifying. Just tell us what happened.
Yeah, no, we had a little bit of a technical issue with the bike where it wasn't possible to continue in that state. So we got him back, we got it fixed and put him back out. And to be honest, he did us proud. You know, he salvaged something out of that with, you know, in this level of field, to be able to put that together with only 2 laps, we're pretty chuffed with that. So he has got a good feeling. He stayed calm. Yeah, good start now, and we can see what we can do.
We saw how good he was around here last year. Didn't get that result, but has he got that potential again, do you think, this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday it was harder than last year, in all fairness. Track conditions seemed a little bit off. We were a little bit off, but we figured it out this morning. And, yeah, today he's been having a great feeling, so I really think he can do something here.
All the best.
Cheers, thanks.
Yeah, you do get the sense it's a lot more to come from Pedro, having had that little problem during qualifying. He goes from 4th from the 2nd row. We did see a skipping Fabio Quartararo behind us a little bit earlier. He's next to him on the grid on the 2nd row. Anything he can do in this sprint, do you feel?
It looks difficult for Yamahas around here this weekend, although Fabio getting it on the 2nd row of the grid is an impressive feat. I was having a look around his bike. It's quite aero heavy, which obviously hurts the inline 4 in terms of acceleration, but it seems to be working. His pace isn't too far away, but yeah, with a good start, Fabio will get stuck in. He's really good on the run to turn 1 at the moment with the Yamaha. It jumps well, good on the launch device, and good in those early corners, so he can activate his tires and make some early moves.
Now the Yamaha there in the form of Jack Miller has got a lot to do today, though, from 14th. What's your prediction then, Michael?
I don't know why, but I think Pecco can turn this around. Banish the demons of the sprint race, which have haunted him all season. If he can get a good start, but the problem is the riders around him will attack him in the early laps, thinking that he might be weak. But I'm seeing a Pecco race today.
And of course, one of them is this man, who's the king of the sprints this year, Marc Marquez. And just a reminder that, of course, this weekend, Marc Marquez is going for his 9th world title, his 7th Premier Class win. He can't do it today, but he can do it tomorrow, and he doesn't like to finish anywhere other than first. Let's find out what's going to happen then in today's sprint. 12 laps around this Motegi circuit.
Yeah, we're gearing up for that light to go out in a few moments' time. Let's check the standings. Marc Marquez on 512 points. Alex Marquez on 330. Pecco Bagnaia on 237. Marco Bezzecchi 229. Pedro Acosta on 188. That then follows in with Franco Morbidelli on 180. Fabio Di Giannantonio 179. Fermin Aldeguer 141. And then we get Quartararo 137 as well to act that mix in. Zarco rounds up the top 10 on 117. Marc Marquez just needs to outscore Alex Marquez by 3 points by the end of tomorrow. And he is world champion for a 7th time in MotoGP and a 9th time in the paddock. This is going to be quite the run. Nobody really knows what's going to happen down to the first corner. We've got our lap chart sorted as well that we will keep with you. So this, I'll tell you, is the grid and then the running order from lap 1 onwards. So stay tuned. We'll focus on that as the race goes on. But this is going to be quite a special event. It is 12 laps around the Twin Ring Motegi circuit. And it's now time to get going. Here it comes. It's the Japanese Tissot sprint from the Twin Ring Motegi circuit.
Hello, welcome back to round 17, the Japanese Grand Prix from the Motegi circuit. The Saturday sprint about to get underway with Francesco Bagnaia in pole position. The sun is belting down here. We're all set, Gav.
Yeah, Motegi has already delivered its mayhem. Loads of crashes yesterday, a pole battle this morning for the ages, and now a 12-lap sprint to provide a perfect wake-up call. Marc Marquez within touching distance of the title. Mir with Honda on the front row again, and Bagnaia back on pole. Buckle up. Time for some fireworks here in Japan.
It's the Japanese Grand Prix for MotoGP here at the Twin Ring Motegi circuit. This place is awesome. An oval circuit on the outside which has hosted IndyCar races in the past, a road course on the inside. This place is literally mad for motorsport. And this is how they line up on the starting grid. It's Pecco Bagnaia on pole position with Juan Mir second and Marc Marquez third. Pedro Costa followed by Fabio Quartararo and Franco Morbidelli. Luca Marini, Alex Marquez and Marco Bezzecchi. And then Raul Fernandez, Jan Zarco and Fabio Quartararo were your Q2 running order. And in Q1, Ayagura, Jack Miller, Fermin Aldeguer, Miguel Oliveira, Jorge Martin and Brad Binder, Alex Rins, Takiki Nakagami and Aya Bashini, Sonkat Chantra and Maverick Vinales. 23 will start. Megan Birch alongside me in the commentary box. All Marc Marquez needs to do is 3 more points across the 2 races than Alex Marquez. It can't be decided today. It will be decided tomorrow.
They even put
and he's
it on
champion.
the screen
Yeah.
a little, like 30 seconds ago, that he cannot win the title today.
So finally had that confirmed, thanks
Yeah.
to Simon as well this morning. He told us all that as well coming up to it. But yeah,
It still feels early.
it does still feel early. There's a lot to do as well. After this, the World Superbikes begin. I'll be with you throughout all of today for the action.
You need coffee.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing practice 3, then I'll go in the bath. And then
time's
have
that?
breakfast. 8 a.m. We're literally back to back with this. We go straight from the MotoGP sprint to the World Superbike practice session and qualifying. That'll be on JB Motorsports 2. The racing action will be live on JB Motorsports as a heads up. So,
Let's hope this is quick.
so then, Megs, who do you think is going to be victorious today?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of hoping for Bagnaia since the man needs it.
Only one other driver not named Marquez has won, and that was Marco Bezzecchi last time out at San Marino. All the other races this year in the Tissot Sprint have been won by Marc Marquez and Alex Marquez. It's 15 to Marc, 1 to Alex, 1 to Marco Bezzecchi as well. That's the order of things as they stand. But right now, the tensions are rising. Pecco Bagnaia, a new swing arm back to being 2024's, is getting all set as well. And suddenly he's got the pace back underneath him. Let's see if that holds. It's round 17 of the MotoGP World Championship. It's the Tissot Sprint. There's a green flag at the back. Watch out for Marc Marquez. He'll have the inside line down to turn 1. But Bagnaia's on pole position and Juan Mir's got a front row start. Eyes to the lights and pull the throttle back as we go racing down towards turn 1. Brilliant start from Juan Mir. The top 3 going to be line astern into the first corner. Binder's trying to go around the outside of a very shaky Marc Marquez.
Oh.
And there's a huge accident in the middle of the pack. Off goes Quartararo. 2 riders down. Red flag's going to have to come out, Megan.
Yeah.
It's Marco Bezzecchi.
Both of the Aprilia.
Jorge Martin, and I'm fairly certain.
Wins.
I'm fairly certain as well that this will be a red flag. We've got a rider that sort of ragdolled into it, so both Aprilias are down at the first corner. Bezzecchi and Martin are out. Bagnaia leading. Binder's got ahead of Marc Marquez, but I'm fairly certain, Megan, that the red flag will come out to stop this race.
Wynn seems to have carried on.
That's Martina. Martin's
He's holding
up.
his shoulder.
And that is that Bezzecchi up as well? Are both
Yes.
okay? Are both
It's both Aprilia. They've crashed into each other.
Well, does it say
Martin-
rider okay on our timing screen? No, they've just said crashed down.
Well,
no sign of the red flag though.
Martin is holding his shoulder.
Yeah.
His injured shoulder.
Incident will be reviewed after the race, but that was not a good... Well, there's no good accidents in motorcycle racing. That was a very, very bad accident at the first corner. Gigi's got ahead of Vinales coming into it as well as they're coming towards turn 10. Down to turn 11. There's no sign of the red flag at the moment. I don't think they would red flag it now, but let's just see. Both of them are on their feet. That's good news, I'm being told. Both now being confirmed riders okay. We won't need a red flag for that, but that was a horrendous accident as... That is Luca Marini under pressure, and that's Alex going wide and allowing Ayagura back through, Megan.
And it's He was holding this.
Yeah, that's his damaged shoulder.
He's damaged it again, hasn't he? Oh my.
It was well. Now we know that both are okay.
Salvador needs to get back in there.
Yeah, might need a replay to that one as well.
I want one. I knew something would happen around that first corner. I just didn't expect it to be that bad. And
Mia P2 still now under attack with Acosta, who's moved up to 3rd position. Brad Binder's dropped down to 14th. He was running up there at one moment ago. So how's Acosta managed this? He's going to go to the inside line. He's going to take 2nd position away from Whammy on the inside line down at turn 5. And now Acosta's got 2nd position. And Mark is struggling out there. I've never seen Mark like this before. He's looking really struggling.
Where did this come from? Also, I'm pretty sure the ones involved in the accident, all of them, were obviously Martin and Bsky, but also Rins was definitely involved.
Yeah.
But also, I think Zarco was briefly, or no, it was Oliveira, sorry. Yeah.
Acosta's got a track limits warning as well on that front. Just all of a sudden, we saw Bsky come barrel rolling in and collect Martin. And I like a replay before we pass secondary judgment. But as they come through once more, Bagnaia leads, Acosta 2nd, Mia 3rd, Marquez 4th, Morbidelli in 5th, Quattararo 6th, Marini 7th, Raul Fernandez 8th, Alex Marquez drops down to 9th, and into 10th place goes Ayagura. Alex has dropped a place, but Mark has dropped a place. Here's the start. Right, watch Jorge Martin in the middle of the field, gets a great launch, but Bsky was further up the field, so down into turn 1.
Next to Morbidelli.
Oh! So Bsky, Martin, Rin, Zarco and Miller, Megan.
It was Miller.
Yeah. Vinales track limits warning. This is actually... Oh, that's stupid from Jorge Martin. Goes to the inside line of the track after a bad get-up and just completely wipes out Marco Bsky.
Martin's the one that ragdolled, right?
No.
They both did.
No, it wasn't Martin, it was Bsky. Bsky ragdolled.
Oh, I know why Martin's holding his shoulder.
Well, Mark's got the inside line of 1, Mir down turn 5, but it hasn't worked out. Mir's swept back underneath him and got the traction back underway already. Megan.
Because he flipped as well.
Yeah.
He just flipped into a bike.
Well, Martin got squeezed into one, made contact with Altair, went down and absolutely clattered out Marco Bsky. That's what Simon's just said on Twitter.
Bsky ragdolled, and then it was like...
Everyone else just got caught up in the accident.
Yeah, and Martin kind of did like a backflip almost, and ended up hitting his shoulder.
Nowhere to go.
On his bike.
Yeah, nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere to go on that one.
And it wasn't the wheel, it was the bars.
Handlebar, yeah.
He hit his shoulder blade on it. It was only very brief, but...
I'm amazed that Bsky got up from that and walked away. I was sure. The way that he landed the gravel trap, I thought, oh, okay, he's knocked out. We'll have a red flag here.
He could have been hurt as well by all the other bikes. Thankfully, he landed after he ragdolled in the gravel.
Well, thankfully, it's only a sprint race, and hopefully Marco Bsky and Jorge Martin are going to be able to take part in tomorrow's Grand Prix and are going to be okay. Now, the timing screen tells us that the riders are okay, but that doesn't mean a thing. They're not the doctors. All that means is that they are conscious and walking away from the scene. But yeah, I've seen Moto E races where we've had riders unconscious and have been hit by the bikes. Clearly unconscious. The red flags had to come out. And it comes up with rider okay. It means absolutely nothing. That graphical screen.
It means riders breathing.
Yeah. Bagnaia then leading with Acosta 2nd, Mia 3rd, Marquez still in 4th. I've never seen Mark like this. He's looking off pace all weekend. Yes, we know he's trying a different setup, but this is Bagnaia of old at the front. He gets the 2024 swing arm back, and he's suddenly, well, double champion, 3-time world champion, of course, as well.
Maybe he's nervous, and that's why
Mark
he's
nervous.
Oh, about like the championship, and Bagnaia obviously no longer has his.
Yeah, but funny time for Mark to get nervous about championship. I think he's just not set up with the bike right. There's something wrong with that.
Well, they have changed
swing arm. They have changed it. Yeah, he's got the 25
Maybe
bike.
it's his turn to be really bad at things.
Yeah, he's struggling out there a little bit too much.
They might do an F1 and just give him the bike.
Well, keep an eye on Raul Fernandez, the only one left in the race on a medium rear tyre as well as a medium front. Everyone else got medium front, soft rear. As Binder passes Bastianini and Miller has moved ahead of Aldeguer over the line then as well. Bagnaia still the leader with the fastest lap time of this race so far as they come back down to turn 1. Let's take a look at how the lap chart's looking. Not much has changed overall. Bagnaia leading from that one. Acosta making up good places on the early start of the race. Now take a look where Brad Binder is. Where is he? Down in 18th position at the moment. Yeah, Binder had a great getaway and has been slowly moving up the field.
Can we just appreciate
13th.
Marini?
Yeah, great start from Marini.
Yeah, he's just managed to stay.
They're looking good, aren't they, on home soil?
Yeah.
As Marc Marquez now closing in on the back down at turn 5 on Juan Mir for that 3rd place and that podium spot here. That 5 of 12. Down on the brakes, a couple more. Bang, bang, bang. And Mark just hugs the inside line through the S's section. 7 and 8. Coming down towards turn 9. The tight left-hander, 90 degree on the inside line. Oh, and Mia went a little bit wide. Marquez going to try and set the bike up for an overtake down to the turn 10 hairpin. Goes underneath him as well. Last of the late breakers. Mark's going to go for it. He's going to send it out wide. Mia's going to get the undercut on him as well.
Jeez.
Mark is not racing like Marc Marquez.
That was
televised.
Really not impressive. But not the same quality I would usually expect from Mark.
He's struggling to hook that front end up to keep it down, isn't he?
Yeah.
As he comes through turn 11.
And Marini seemed a lot more prepared for what Mark was going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, not Marini, Mir. I'm thinking about Marini because I'm constantly looking at him on the timer screen. Oh, that's Oliveira passing Vinales. Vinales still is injured. Let's face it.
Yeah, Mark's front end not working out the way, and they're locked in now to that setup for the weekend. So that's going to be interesting to see how it's going to last with 24 laps tomorrow in the Grand Prix.
I am generally concerned with Vinales.
Yeah.
He has not been the same since his high side.
Rins has dropped down, by the way, and so has Zarco. So Rins dropped down to 21st position.
Oh, he was
Zarco
involved
dropped
in
back.
that.
Yeah, Rins has just dropped back massively in this race. I thought he might be coming into the pit lane, actually, but he hasn't. He stayed out there on the circuit here.
Well, he mainly had to deal with the gravel trap and just a quick tap.
Yeah.
So I don't think he thinks it's worth it.
Look at Bagnaia, the Bagnaia of old. Gets his 2024 swing arm back. Do we have to seriously consider taking everything back we've said this year?
No. Because still with a different swing arm, he did act like that.
Martin's going to the medical centre after holding his collarbone.
I knew it. He
So,
hit it
yeah.
on the bike.
Just trying to see that information that's come through from Aprilia.
I'm glad for taking him to the medical centre because he's definitely injured again. Or at least I think he is.
Yeah. So, just completely got squeezed and had nowhere to go. And it was bang, crash, bang, wallop. There's Mark in 4th place, under the tunnel. We're watching with Quartararo with Marini behind him. Halfway.
It doesn't feel... The front of the field does not feel like it's racing. It
No.
feels like it's playing checkers. And I don't know how in my mind it's correlating to playing checkers.
Everyone just saving their tyres on the Michelin's.
Probably.
Not wanting to push too early in this race. Kind of makes a bit more sense. As we see the battle for 3rd brewing in our TV monitors with Juan Mir and Marc Marquez on the monitor. Quartararo is defending against Luca Marini. He's come down to turn 4.
Midfield.
Ralph Fernandez still ahead of Alex Marquez.
The midfield seems a lot more interesting than the top of the field. Let's face it.
That final points paying position in 9th place is currently Alex Marquez's. So
Alex is doing a lot better than his brother is, which is weird given their different positions, but he actually seems like himself compared to Mark.
Yeah, Alex looking a bit more circumspect about this weekend. Mark not enjoying at all the way that bike is handling And I've just got the feeling, that Mark is going to bin it here. He's going to try and get too hard to get past Mia, and he's going to throw away the bike, because he's caught up in the dirty air, isn't he?
He is, and it is a real possibility that he might end up winning it. But are we sure he's actually well?
He looked well in the qualifying session this morning.
Yeah,
oh, he's gone wide! He's gone wide!
You got close.
I thought he was going straight on there, the gravel trap. Mark went way too deep down into turn 11.
I think there might be something brewing, maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
I hope for his sake that there's just something brewing and he's just a little bit unwell, because this is very unusual from him.
Unless he's just sort of turned off. But I've never known Marcus turn off anything. What's happened to him? Oh.
I knew because Shantra passed him.
There's Mark going wide at the entry into turn 11, just lost the apex, and yeah.
Where's the yellow?
And Leo Bastianini, he's down at sector 4, turn 11, I think.
Yeah, he is.
So, no yellow flags. There he is. He's pulled the bike off, that's why. 5 to go. So,
Technical difficulty there.
I wonder if so, yeah, on that Tech 3. There's Bagnaia, leading by 2.2 seconds. Haven't seen this dominance from him in a long time, of course. He won in Kota, but that was more a race where he was battling with Alex Marquez for the entirety after Mark fell. So this is a welcome return. At the San Marino test in Misano a couple of weeks ago, he begged Ducati to listen to him and go back to the previous setup. He tested the 24 bike. Mark didn't. And Mark's now going on the inside of Juan Mir, but he runs them both wide. Mark with a block pass manoeuvre, and the crowd not liking that at all. It was a very good move, illegal. But he did block past me, forced me a wide. That was the move that Valentino Rossi didn't like 10 years ago.
That felt illegal.
Yeah.
Because that could have generally harmed them both.
I thought Mark had broken himself at the moment. Yeah, stop with the technical issue with the Neo Bastianini. That's why there's no yellow flags. He did block the circuit. But let's have a look at it. How do you read it? Because he goes from so far back, Megan.
He moved as well round the corner. Look.
Yeah, he straightened the bike up to block. It was a block pass, yeah. Davide Tardotti likes it.
But the thing is, I think that should be an illegal move. Because you're just literally cutting off a cutback.
Well, it's a block pass, isn't it? It's legal, but it's morally wrong.
It's the MotoGP version of moving under braking.
Yeah, it is. You are correct there.
And I don't agree with it.
Because what the block pass does is it creates the difficulties. Say Mir was already turning in. If he hits Mark will continue on, but Mir will fall.
Exactly.
So the block pass is a very tricky manoeuvre. There's the bike failing for Neo Bastianini. 2 in a row for KTM, and don't forget they're the same bike.
Yeah.
The factory and the Tech 3s have the same bikes.
It's a little bit worrying. Like, what's going on there?
Even Simon Patton's just said that we don't see Mark making those block pass manoeuvres that often in MotoGP.
Only when he feels threatened.
Yeah, he's being forced to make that manoeuvre. He's not happy with that bike, whereas Bagnaia, let's not forget, by the way, he's got the same bike as Marc Marquez. As a factory, you must run the up-to-date machinery. You can't go back to a 24 bike or a 23 bike, whatever. You have to run the same thing. All that's changed is that the swing arm on the front of the bike for Bagnaia has gone back to the 24 swing arm. And all of a sudden, it's like, click!
I think it's honestly mental at this point. Like, I think it's generally him thinking I can't function.
But this is a circuit he likes as well, but it's the first time we've actually come to one of these circuits he likes, and we've gone, wow, this is him back in form. And Mark is struggling, even though he's got the same... Mark has got the same bike. Mark has not changed. He's got the same setup, same bike, 2025 setup. All Bagnaia has got is the 24 swing arm.
And yeah, he seems to feel threatened.
Yeah. But Mark has looked off from moment 1 in practice 1.
I generally think that
Marini tracked him this morning.
Isn't his track.
No. Well, he's won here before a couple of times.
Everyone has to have an Achilles heel when it comes to the tracks.
I think on this version of the bike, this is Mark's Achilles track. I agree. He's just not looking in sync with it. Saying that, he'll probably win tomorrow, but...
I mean, hopefully. And Bagnaia win. would win today. But there's just something about it that he can't seem to grab the pace as he usually could.
Look at it, he was all over the place as well. He's behind Acosta right now. Acosta's hitting the racing line. Mark's weaving left, weaving right. Now he's going to go up the inside again, down turn 11. And watch him. He's going to do the same block pass he did. Goes on the inside, moves out wide, and Mark now takes second position with another block pass on Acosta. And Acosta knew that was coming because he's raced him before in the sprints. And he's had those block exits done to him before. But Acosta's trying to come back on the inside, down turn 11.
But he couldn't because Mark stuck his leg out.
Yeah, the Dr. Dangle blocking out that path on the inside line. So it's a Ducati 1-2, but it's Bagnaia ahead of Marc Marquez. And personally, that's a good run. Look at that. All fingers crossed at the front from Davide Tardozzi. I've 2 to go. I really want Pecco to win this.
That's do I. Here's the strop. And that's Zarco.
He's still going, or has he dropped it?
No, he's still going, I think.
2.5.
He's got back up.
No, he hasn't.
Nope.
No, Zarco's out.
For a second, he looked like he had.
Zarco's out of the race. Zarco's gone down somewhere. No yellow flags out. I wonder if he too stopped with the technical issue, yeah.
Odd.
There he is, he's in the pits. Zarco is in the pits. And he's out of the race.
He had enough for the day.
Something must be wrong with that bike.
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame. It's a technical problem for Johan Zarco. So we've had that confirmed as he'll come through. 2 to go, coming from 1 to go in a Tissot sprint that has been dominated by Pecco Bagnaia, and a fight-back charge from Marc Marquez. Has really needed it today as well, actually, after a poor getaway down through into turn 10 and then swing into turn 11 downhill. Another tight right-hander, 90 degree. Alex Marquez now dropped to 10th, and this is why he's gone wide, Megs. And he nearly dropped it. It was a save. It was a Marquez save.
Iago just manages to get right past him. Actually, I think I saw that not long ago happen on the screen, but I wasn't quite sure who moved.
Final lap then of the Tissot sprint for the Japanese Grand Prix. And Bagnaia leading by 2.4 seconds to Marc Marquez, who's fought his way back into second.
Now that the Marquez curse is broken, I mean,
everyone
seems to be winning these sprints.
It is. The curse of the Marquezes are broken. And it's changing up at the front. Who needs to beware? Bezzecchi won last time out. Now Bagnaia's going to win. So 15 to Mark, 1 to Alex, 1 to Pecco, 1 to Bagnaia. But this is a Japanese circuit, of course, he loves. Hasn't had a track limits warning either out there today.
It's impressive.
There's his wife watching on alongside Gigi Dell'Ineo. Could he actually win the race tomorrow? Was all the problem a swing arm?
Yeah. I generally think that might have been it.
I'm really hoping so. Well, they've listened to you now. There's a Bagnaia fan just watching the grandstand. Well, Casey Stoner, who won a championship 18 years ago, 15 years ago here in Motegi for Ducati, as Miller's crashed. Yellow flag sector 3.
I was just thinking about Miller.
Yeah. That's a shame. Casey Stoner said that Ducati needs to listen to Pecco Bagnaia. It's been a season of misery. The bike getting steadily worse. They've gone back to a 24 swing arm, and all of a sudden, the double champion is back. Pecco Bagnaia brilliantly wins the Tissot sprint, and that is thoroughly deserved. Ducati 1-2, Bagnaia on top, Marc Marquez second, Pedro Acosta in third, and now I really hope that releases the mental torture that Pecco has been under, and that Mark celebrating with him. That was needed. You're a double champion, Pecco, and that is exactly why he's got his groove back, Megan, and that is fantastic news.
Mark seems so proud of Pecco right now because
I'm proud of him.
He's seen so much of like the struggle, and it's really good for Bagnaia, and he's managed to keep the lead the entirety throughout.
Yeah, just take a look at that. It's unheard of as well, especially in the sprint race. Bagnaia led all laps. Mark moved up a couple of places after getting past. He did sort of zigzag around the circuit. But a thoroughly great race and a thoroughly great result as everybody comes across the line. But now we've got to wait to see what's going to happen with Bsky and Martin have gone to the medical centre for that incident earlier on.
Yeah, I generally think that Martin might be out of it. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but the way he was holding that collarbone, it didn't look too good.
It did not. Okay, cheers, thanks. I'll let you disappear and I'll run through the results and the championship standings, how they are now. Bagnaia wins the Tissot sprint with Marc Marquez second, Pedro Costa in third, Juan Mir in fourth. Franco Morbidelli is in fifth position with Fabio Quartararo in sixth. Luca Marini goes seventh with Raul Fernandez eighth. Igo in ninth and Alex Marquez goes 10th. Fabian Aldeguer is 11th with Brad Binder 12th. 13th for Fabio Di Gianantonio, 14th Siki Nakagami, 15th Miguel Oliveira, 16th Maverick Vinales, 17th Sonkat Chantra, 18th Alex Rins, 19th Jack Miller, and out of the race along with Johan Zarco, Rene Bastianini, Marco Bsky and Jorge Martin. The championship now sees Marc Marquez leading on 521 points to Alex Marquez on 330. There was a 191 point gap, and going into tomorrow, Marc, if he finishes more than 3 points ahead of Alex, he is world champion. Pecco Bagnaia now moves up to 249. He's 272 back as well from Pedro Acosta on 195. Franco Morbidelli on 185. Fabio Di Gianantonio 179. Aldeguer and Quartararo share 8th on 141 each, with Johan Zarco rounding out the top 10 on 117. So there we have it then, all the action from the top 10 in the championship order as well here from the Japanese Grand Prix. Let's head down and rejoin our colleagues at TNT for all the action.
Welcome back to Japan. If you are just joining us, you've just missed out on a surprising sprint race. Alex Marquez finishing outside the points in a sprint for just the third time this season, struggling to 10th place. His brother Marc Marquez second, and Pedro Costa in third, and Pecco Bagnaia winning a sprint for the first time this year. We'll have a look at the reaction to that in a second, but a reminder, the two-wheel action doesn't stop there. We have got James Tozan and company over in Aragon for World Superbike this weekend.
Yes, we are here for round 10 of World Superbikes in Aragon, Spain, and this weekend is pivotal for the championship. Can Nicky Labuliga do anything about stopping Toprak winning his third world title? Toprak has never won at this track, though, ever before, and it was 3 wins for 3 with Ducati last year here. So we will see 9:30 UK time. We are live on TNT Sports 2. We hope to see you then.
Yeah, the action continues. Cheers to JT for that. We'll all be watching when we're done here. But for now, we'll be celebrating with Pecco Bagnaia, Neil Hodgson, because a season of despair and dismay and disgust with his Ducati, and yet all the hard work today will feel worth it.
That will feel unreal. I mean, he's had 30 Grand Prix wins in his career. I don't know how many sprints he's won. He's won a lot of races. And this will feel so special. Look, we saw the behind-the-scenes footage of him talking to Mark about him, losing his confidence. If he was saying that outwardly, imagine what he was, the inward dialogue, the internal dialogue. There's nothing worse when you're seeing a champion in the doldrums, and he really was in the doldrums. But Pecco is back. That is a fact.
Just one Mir misses out on the podium, but what a boost for him, what a boost for Honda.
What a boost. Well, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, isn't there? There is. So Honda are clawing their way back, which is really good to see.
Marcus smiles down there, but inwardly he'll be thinking,
hang on a minute. Hey, I might have Pecco's back there, my teammate's back. It's going to be maybe a tougher end to the season than I was expecting. I thought I was going to wrap up the title here, all the dancing and all that, like in the Ducati garage. I'm the king.
Yeah, and he'll definitely settle for second behind his teammate tomorrow, won't he?
Absolutely not.
I love that side, that's a good one. How are you feeling? I tell you what, he's off the scale at the moment, is Davide Tardozzi. I'm pleased for Pecco, really pleased that he's able to break that duck. Joan-Mir's best sprint result. It's Pecco's 12th sprint win. He won 7 last year.
Yeah, I'd like to know where this one ranks. It'll be in his top 3, I'll tell you that, for nothing.
The fact was there, I think I heard Joan-Mir say it, he was able to fight. He was able to battle today, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, he finished 0.6 off the podium.
Yeah. Encouraging signs. In front of HRC as well, that's important. Acosta understandably looks disappointed. His pace dropped off in the second half. Let's hear what he has to say to Jack Appleyard.
Pedro, congratulations onto the sprint podium here in Japan. A great start, and looks like you were hanging on at the end, but after the troubles this morning, it feels like you've really salvaged a solid day.
Yeah, I mean, for how many mixes we make today, it was not bad at all. It's true that I think we have potential for more, but it's true that, like I say, with all the problems, we more or less solved the day for this. I just want to thank all the guys that don't get so nervous after all the things that happened today. For this, let's try to avoid this mistake and be slightly more precise.
Good job, well done.
Thank you, boys.
A little bit of a pointed...
Whatever that meant.
Backhanded.
Oh, would that be about the qualifying?
Yeah, the problem was that Paul Trevethan told us about.
Also, you look at it, so Pedro's there, finished 3rd. The next KTM's 10 seconds behind. Brad Binder. In a 12-lap race.
Mark, you said this morning that it wasn't going to come easy, and we could see that in the sprint. A difficult one to manage, but those late moves on Joan and Pedro give you a great chance to wrap up the ultimate goal tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite difficult because I think I have the 2 most difficult riders to overtake on the break point. They are braking super late, and then every time I try, I went wide. And I was losing time, then I saw that Pecco go away. And I decided just try to do my race, and yeah, then when I was in front, the pace was good, the feeling every time is better and better. So tomorrow will be a long race, but we cannot forget that our main target this weekend is another one.
Great job, well done.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, he'd definitely be happy to finish second behind his teammate and win the title tomorrow.
Stop prodding me. Why do you keep doing that? Look, what we know is Mark's goal tomorrow is to get his 100th Grand Prix victory and win the title with a big wheelie across the line. If he finishes second behind his teammate, he will celebrate like it's the best thing ever, but he'll be bugged deep down. That's just a fact, and that's what makes him the champion that he is.
Pecco, what a remarkable turnaround. 2 weeks ago in Misano, you were 13th. Now you've taken pole position, led every lap, won the sprint and demolished the competition. What are the emotions like now that you are truly back to your best?
I'm back to do my favorite races, starting well and then pushing, not fighting behind. But in any case, apart joking, I'm super happy. I want to say thanks to the team that, like always, have done an incredible job to set to me, finally, a fantastic bike. And then I was able to push, I was able to control, and it's super sweet, these emotions, so super happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think everyone's happy for Pecco Bagnaia today. Massive congratulations. We'll have the podium when we come back from the break. A dominant performance from him. His teammate can wrap up the title tomorrow, but tonight belongs to Pecco Bagnaia. We'll have the podium when we come back, and Susie and Emlav will dissect what we've seen in the sprint.
Well, it was a fantastic sprint race. We're going to leave it there because when they mean we'll show the podium, that means you'll see about 10 seconds of it, and then it will be Susie and Emlav talking as well. But what a day of action. What a day of intrigue. Next up, it's World Superbikes, that practice session, and the Super Pole will be live on JBMotorsports 2. So, that's it then. What are we going to see coming into tomorrow? Have to join us to find out. Take care. Bye-bye.